are machines that make the powder. Just put the groundnuts in the machine, they will be grounded into powder. But for us, we have to maintain our tradition because it has to be passed on from one generation to the other. That's why we are trying to help those who don't know to make the powdered groundnuts. In case you don't have the machine, you can easily get yourself a mortar and pestle to help you make the powder.
Hi guys, Vicky's here. How are you? Today we are just want to show you how to make groundnuts powder. Normally in Zambia, you can't buy groundnuts powder, but also it's a typical our tradition that you have to get powder from groundnuts from the start when you are cooking. So now you can watch how to make groundnuts powder from groundnuts, the dry ones.
Okay, so in order to prepare the groundnuts powder, you need to have the groundnuts itself, as you can see, a mortar and a pestle. We call this ivende, elo yumwishi, ululupe. This is the sefa, a sieve, the sieve that we use to separate the large particles from the smaller particles of groundnuts after pounding. The smaller particles are the powder, and then the large particles are the remaining groundnuts, which we have to put back in the mortar to pound again until we have the smaller particles. We normally use this, but for today I think I'm just going to use a tray so that you should be able to see the powder properly, unlike murupe. So having had these all these that are needed, you get the groundnuts, you put them in the mortar. Okay. You use the pestle to pound groundnuts in the mortar. You need to have energy for it to be smashed, to be made into powder. You need to use energy. Ukutwa, we call this ukutwa. Muhatwa bwino so that imbalala shashonaika shapanga powder. As you can see, it started breaking into smaller particles. You pound with energy. In Africa, mwana kashimaka kutwa. Okay, so you see that? Okay, so now we can sieve. You have to make sure everything is out of the mortar. You can use your hands. See that? Then you sieve, separating the smaller particles from the bigger particles. See that? So this is the powder, the products that we have. These are the smaller particles that we are going through the safer that is on the sieve, and these are the larger particles. We put them back in the mortar and pound again. can see I'm using energy, like I said. You need energy to make the powder. Powdered groundnuts, you need energy. Nowadays, technology has advanced. There are machines that make the powder. Just put the groundnuts in the machine, they will be grounded into powder. But for us, we have to maintain our tradition because it has to be passed on from one generation to the other. That's why we are trying to help those who don't know how to make the powdered groundnuts. In case you don't have the machine, you can easily get yourself a mortar and pestle to help you make the powder. Sieve again, just like we did in the first place. See? Back in the mortar again. So you have to continue doing like this, and this is the powder. You have to continue pounding and sieving until you have enough powder to use. So this is the powder. As you can see, it's very smooth. I just made it using a mortar and pestle and a sieve, you see? In case the machine is far away from your place or town, you can just get yourself a mortar and pestle to prepare the powder. So this powder is usually used in Africa to prepare vegetables, the ones we call ifisashi. We use it for chikanda. We use it even sample. Sometimes when preparing sample, we can use cooked groundnuts or raw groundnuts. So this is the product, the powdered groundnut that we use to put in the sample. We also use it to cook lumanda, whatever, or cabbage, whatever it is that you want to mix with groundnuts. This is the powder that we use, the product. It's here, you can see. I just made this. I didn't take it to a machine or what, no. Thank you.